representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, IB Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pavin, though? Wins $100,000 for his efforts. Also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day. Unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pavin. Way to go.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
18.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Steps away to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Well, 3 straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Montgomery, a 1st down and then some. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ty Montgomery from 17 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half 3-0 New England. Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the 3rd team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. Space to run past the 20. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Trey Burton, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears get a bit closer. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for two.
Let's go. Reds up. Check three. Watch the air.
They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Here we go. 3-19.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. Give him 30 yards there.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Gone! Detroit!
After the interception, here's Jackson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Lock in, lock in.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears cut into that lead. And he's got it to make it 27-13. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Now Jones. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Full. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now Trubisky on first down, going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Gone! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
On first, they go right back to Collins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
They'll run the counter with Collins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now Collins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go now! Green 39! Green 39!
Here's Collins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge, getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Leonard Floyd. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Red, up. 4 down, check. 4 down. Hey, 18. Red, up. Stop.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 72 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalled it. And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give them an even 20 yards there on the pickup as a fake punt fooled everybody. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a give to Collins. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Play action. Now Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
18. Red up. Red up.
Trubisky to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, 18. Hey, 18.
On third down, Trubisky trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on fourth down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. A give, left side to Collins. And some room to maneuver. There goes Alex Collins. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Nice.